Coming through with the strength in you. Dun 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 dun. Coming through with the strength in you. Yeah, you. Hey, coming through with the strength in you. What it do, boo? Coming through with the strength in you. You made it. Good job. Strength in you. Coming through. Strength in you. Coming through. Hey, boo. Hey y'all, hey, happy Monday! It's so exciting to be here in another day in the land of the living with another opportunity to do it again. So I got something for you today. We're gonna talk about massage. You already know it's real in the field. But like I said, I just wanna know, check in, okay? Check in, tell me how your weekend was. What is your word going throughout the week? I think my word this week is gonna be determined. Okay, I am determined to do all the things that I need to do to get myself to the next level, to build this business, to build this brand, to build this love, to build this energy. I'm determined. Okay, I'm determined to be a joy. Yes, I'm encouraging you to find your center and your joy, and to just be happy at the fact that you are here, which means you are here with purpose, on purpose, with something great to do. But you won't know what that is if you don't let go of that fear. Let it go. Whatever is holding you back from doing the things you want to accomplish, let it go. It's not going to help. So let's talk about it. Massage. Massage is a form of touch, right? And we all know that touch is like one of the most valuable things you can give to a human, like to a pet, to anything. Like if you think about animals who come over there to get like rubs on and stuff, they get the rub in your leg, they force your hand on them, all those things. With babies, when they crying and they having moments, sometimes you pick them up and you rub their back or stuff like that. Love, touch. Touch is so important. Why are we talking about this right now? Well, as a stroke survivor and a person with a brain injury, because that's really all the stroke is, right? It's a brain injury. And we don't receive touch. It's not recognized as a necessary therapy. But think about it. It truly is because touch is valuable. And how can you move something that you can't feel? It's impossible. You try to work on these things and they want you to, work on your range of motion and get on a treadmill and do things with your hand and even learn how to speak properly when you have aphasia and things of that nature. But how can you really do that if you can't feel that part of your body? So my logic says if you rub it more, the feeling, because touch does things for your nerves. So if you wake up nerves, you wake up movement. It's a proven thing. When babies are born premature, one of the first things they recommend, and I know this from experience, I usually talk to you from lived experience. They said, put them skin to skin and massage them as often as you can. Now, my baby was born 3 pounds, 2 ounces. He went cold blue, which means he died when he was born. They brought him back, thank God. But he was in the NICU for almost 2 months. I went every single day. Now, originally, because of his size, the loss of oxygen that he's experienced, and all of the things, he was supposed to have learning delays. He was supposed to have a stunt and everything, mentally, emotionally, all the places. My son is 14 now. He's 135 pounds, and he's a scholar. He's a scholar. I contribute that to not only the knowledge of me torturing him every day with reading and writing and all the things I read to him every day, but I charge it to touch because I massage my babies, especially him, because I was there every day, rubbing his back, his head, talking to him, rubbing his arms, keeping him engaged in his body. And I think that's one of the most important things and one of the most unseen things as a necessity is massage because it's touch. Now I know they don't value like chiropractics and acupuncture and all because it's like specialty. But regular massage therapy, that's why it's called massage therapy. And to me, that should be the first touch before you go into OT, PT, ST, all the T's. It's empty. Because again, you got to know, be aware of what exists in your body. But how can you know what exists in your body if you can't feel what exists in your body? If you go to look on Google right now, you can see, just Google the benefit of massage to a stroke survivor. Now I get it. They don't want you to get like deep tissue because you don't know what the pressure is, like when to say no. I get that, especially in the beginning. But effleurage, where you just rubbing skin with Swedish massage, that can spark neurons in the brain because again, those nerves send the signals. That's what the body does. Send signals. Why am I talking about this? Because when more people know, then we can actually grow because they'll understand that change is in order. Now, I get that there's so much change in order right now. Some of the change shouldn't exist right now because it's 2026. What are we talking about? But it is what it is. People repeat cycles because of ignorance and because of comfort. So, just as some of these racial things are still going on and it's old and things should change, that's the same as the medical field. There's a lot of changes that has happened, but there's a lot more that needs to happen, especially for people of a different ability. It's almost like deal with it. This is your life, it is what it is, and because you're disabled, you don't need to be able to do XYZ. I don't know how true none of this is, but when you live this life every day and you have been for 12 years, it feels a little different. And it starts to feel a little personal. Like, wait a minute, why can't I get this? I'm an active stroke survivor. I'm not the typical. So the goal is to raise awareness of how important touch is to a stroke survivor, to a person with MS, to a person with cerebral palsy. That don't mean everything is going to be perfect or 100% or any of those things. But what it does mean is you're helping to not let it atrophy, to not let it desensitized, it helps. And that's why also it's important to have knowledge and to be around people of a different ability and have their insight. That's why the voice is important, the scene is important, the value is important. Those are the things we're fighting for and strengthening you. To be heard, seen, valued, understood. But how can you understand truly what you've never had to understand? The only way that you can possibly understand what you really need to understand is to listen to somebody who lived what you're trying to learn. Hmm, you hear that? Listen to the person who's living what you're trying to understand. This is why access and inclusion don't really exist. See how all of things playing into each other? But it's the lack of understanding. You don't understand the need for a button. You don't understand the need for wider doors. You don't understand the need for massage therapy. You don't understand the need for inclusion, true, radical inclusion. But how can you when there's not probably nobody on your team that's like me, of a different ability, who live this life on a daily basis and have to adapt and push and rise in places where they really wasn't made for you. So you got to figure it out, just like the healthcare system. You got to figure it out. You see how a person with a different ability, disability, for those who don't understand what a different ability is, because there's nothing dis about the ability, it's just different. A disability don't make it any less of an ability, it's just different. But no, seriously. But you see how that's working? The lack of understanding of a person with a different ability has literally every obstacle in their life misunderstood and miscalculated because they don't understand the true need. Because there's nobody on the team to vouch for those people. And see, had that true access been included into a real thing, more of us will be working. More of us will be thriving. More of us will have your ROI score record because of the need to push, because we finally get access in a world that excluded us. So you see how that works? So no matter what it is, it all revolves around the lack of understanding. This is why we're so important. We literally help you make the world better by hopefully helping you see the need of everybody's ability. Because nobody's ability is more precedent or takes precedent over anybody else's. It's just the need for understanding and to give us access, to include us, and not see us with a disability. Because when you see a disability, you see a not able. But we are able, it just looks different. So that's what makes the ability different. But if you understand the ability is different, you'll understand the need for massage, wider doors, access, more than just a parking spot. So many things come with understanding. That is the beginning of any foundation. And the foundation of the world been trying to be built on broken things for a long time, and we see what that's gotten us. Repeating cycles of unnecessariness. It's so wild to me that a lack of understanding can change the dynamic of human nature. Think of human nature. You get to see human nature when babies are little. And human nature is just curiosity. Because what they doing, they trying to learn things. They learn in their hands. That's why they eating them. They eat the feet. They learning things. They learning about feeling, touch, everything through the hands. It's human nature. Human nature is connection. And that's what that means to understand. Understand what you didn't have to understand. Whether it's someone's ability, whether it's where someone grew up, whether it's how a household runs, whether it's who you hire, it's connection. And how can you have a true connection if you only putting it's not a real puzzle. It's broken connections. So it really ain't connected. Because if you connect two things, then the other part is broken, that breaks the connection. The energy is lost when it's broken. And that's kind of what happens to the brain and the body. So it's funny how everything kind of correlate. Connection, touch, understanding. Because when you begin to understand from someone else's perspective, that outside looking in, you start to see the parts that you miss. Because many times I built something or made a flyer and missed something or messed something up because it was just my eyes. That's why you have usually a team to go over things. So when you have something like a brain injury, stroke, a team is in order. That don't take three people. That takes a multitude of people. A team usually consists of 5 or more. So if you're a person dealing with a brain injury, wouldn't you say you need at least 5 teammates? You got your occupational therapist, you got your speech therapist, you got your physical therapist, you got your PCP, but them don't even count. Them that ain't part of the actual team. I mean, they're part of the team, but that's the primary. See, this brain injury, that was secondary. The primary is just your regular old checkup, so that's your primary. But they give you 3 parts of the team when you have a brain injury. What happened to the massage therapist? Where's the mental health therapist? Because those are things you battle. But it's not seen like that. They just really want to put you on depression medication and tell you how you're going to be depressed. Because I remember. And I thought about it, but then I refused. And said I was going to face it. And I'm in therapy to this day. Mental health, physical, occupational. And I'm okay with it. Betterment is in order. But life is a bear hunt. You can't go around it or over it or none of those things. You got to go through it. So that's why all the team is necessary. So if you had the massage therapist helping with your body, that'll minimize the pain that you in, which will give you the energy to want to go do your physical therapy and your occupational therapy. Because you'll understand and you'll realize and you'll appreciate that you will not just be in pain from getting physical therapies, because that's really all they are. Occupational therapy teach you how to do things around the house, which puts you in physical pain. Physical therapy do physical things on a treadmill and other places, which puts you in pain. Then you got your mind messing with you because you got a whole new brain that you don't even fully understand, which puts you in pain. And then your nerves is feeling like pins and needles because they don't know, the brain don't know how to register what's going on in your body. It's so much happening. But they want you to be okay. By the grace, I'm fine. And he kept me to talk about these things because it's so important, y'all. We're not saying what it is and what the need is. We need a real team. Our team is lacking because the medical system don't understand the need and the importance of a massage therapist. They got some of the most key roles in helping a person be okay when you had a brain injury. Yes, chiropractics do the same thing. They help, and acupuncturists, and not all of them because everybody don't take their job the same. But it seems like anything that keeps us from having to take a bunch of medications is not on the radar to give us. And I don't know if that's Western civilization or what it is, but I know change is in order. It's the only thing that's constant. And although we're getting so much new stuff, that's what the change is. But how about we change some of the old stuff, some of the old policies, rules, regulations, things of importance, because understand what a brain injury looks like and how it feels to the body. It requires massage, and then most of us can afford massage because massage is not cheap. Because of what it does to the massage therapist with their body in their hands. But they spend an hour or hour and a half rubbing on a naked body that's probably tight in all kind of ways. But the need doesn't change. But again, we're not talking about it, and I don't understand why. Again, I get no deep tissue, but touch is touch. Nobody said be aggressive with these patients. We said give them a rub, make them feel like you care. Remind them that that part exists. I remember when I don't know the medical name, but I know I had left side neglect. My brain forgot it had a left side completely. I did everything to the right. So to force my brain to do something different, I had to teach myself to look left. So we put my TV on the left side when I was in the hospital. Because again, you got to go through. If I would have kept looking right, I'd still be doing it to this day. But now I know how to scan a room because we understood the need. So if we understand that you have a brain injury, there's a reset automatically. And the part of the body that's affected is the part that needs to be reminded. Here you are. You can do this. Help it move by just rubbing it. You don't have to do nothing crazy. Just give it a little love. Because again, how can you expect growth in anything that you don't even know is there? Which means you're not actively doing anything about it because you don't even know it's there. So if you're in the medical world, help me figure out how we do this. How do we create real change and make us get some um insurance, some coverage for massage? Whether you on Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross, you should be able, if you have a brain injury, maybe a spinal injury. I don't know too much about those, but what I know is a brain injury requires massage. It requires touch every day. It is not for the weak. So if you're gonna help wholehearted, because it's so necessary. And understand that everything is about understanding. Nothing that we do, whether it's helping a stroke survivor with their body, whether it's helping them in the workforce, whether it's helping them in school, nothing changes without understanding the need. And understand that they're not all different. I mean, they're not all the same. So understand your audience and what the need is. And when I say your audience, I just mean the person you're dealing with. Because as individuals, we're different. Now listen, let me tell you before we get out of here, y'all, a few things. Massage is important. Remember, people who live with a different ability already know how to push, adapt, and rise. They live this. They walk out their door as a top performer every day. So if you need some top performers and you want your ROI to increase, you need some different abilities on your team. If you're a doctor or in the medical field, period, think about what I said and the need for touch. Is valuable to the growth of a person. Also, we got a fashion show coming up for the Different Abilities community on July 31st here in Colorado Springs. It's about to be lit at Unbreakable Ministries. It's featuring everybody of a different ability. Wheelchairs, walkers, canes, people, cerebral. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, every ability is beautiful in their way. It's just what it is. We're all beautiful. Our light shines just as bright. And we're going to showcase that. So I would love to see you there. It's going to be July 31st. Unbreakable Ministries, 124 South Delaware Drive in Colorado Springs, 80909, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. There will be giveaways and amazing goodies. And remember, you can donate to Strengthen You at any time. We are an amazing nonprofit, newly started, so we need your help to grow the community, to grow the organization, to grow the business, because we're in the business of empowering stroke survivors and people of a different ability, especially through mental health and love and positivity and inspiration. It's real out here in these streets and it's dark enough just living. So we want you to live in light and in love with yourself, knowing that you are wonderfully made. God kept you on purpose with purpose. You are beautiful. Also, don't forget, when you're down, don't give up. There's nowhere else to go but up. Don't never stop pushing through with strength in you. He got you here. He won't leave you here. Don't quit on yourself. You are worth it. Subscribe to my channel. Go head over to my website, strengthenyou.org. Check it out. Let's get some speaking engagements, some workshops going, and some coaching popping. And remember, you are great at everything that you do. Until next week, honey, stay encouraged. We hit you with that strength in you. We hit you with that strength in you. You get your motivation, you get your inspiration, you get the fuel to feed, hey, every nation. You came through, we strengthen you. You came through, we strengthen you. You got the fuel to do what you do, hey, do it true. We strengthen you.